Hello everyone and welcome to another session of BMC's YouTube mainframe channel. My name is Tom Nurse and I'm your moderator. Our guest today is Priya Salagundla, who is a Senior Associate Software Consultant at BMC Software. How you doing today, Priya?
I'm doing wonderful, Tom. Hello. And how are you, Tom?
I'm doing good. Well, today Priya is going to lead the discussion on installing MainView console management in its Linux environment. So Priya, I understand that MVCM differs slightly from the other products of the MainView family.
Yes, Tom, it does in a way. But first, let's underscore that MVCM is like any other MainView product in that it monitors, you set thresholds and receive alerts, and there is extensive automation. However, there is one thing that sets MVCM apart. It doesn't share the common MainView architecture. In fact, it doesn't run on mainframe, Tom. It is Linux based. This is for a good reason, Tom. It allows MVCM to enable comprehensive automation like one-button shutdown and IPL. IPL NIP messages are retained. MVCM is not dependent on any particular LPAR being active, and off-board means we don't contribute to MLC, Tom.
Okay, so being off board and Linux based is the way to go. But let's say I'm a pure mainframer. I am ZOS all the way. I've never really got into Linux much. I've seen the demo. I see the value that MVCM brings to operations, but I'm not a Linux guy. So how would I support this product?
Right. I hear you, Tom. I hear you. But MVCM is designed so that there is minimal Linux interaction. In fact, chances are the only time you will ever see a Linux prompt is during installation, Tom. And installation is so quick and easy that I'm going to perform a complete install from scratch in a matter of just a few minutes.
Well, that sounds good, Priya. Take it away.
Sure. First, here are the requirements for a Linux environment, Tom. This can be a standalone server, but most of our customers go with VMware. Once the server has been provisioned, it is time to install. I need to open a session on the Linux server, Tom, so I'll need an app on my Windows machine like WinSCP or PuTTY that allows me to do file transfers and access the Linux server with a prompt. I'll use PuTTY here. BMC support will provide an installer package that is a single zipped file that contains everything you need to install. In the interest of time, I have transferred the zipped file to the Linux server, Tom. So I'll show you my screen. So here I logged on to my PuTTY session, Tom, and I'll do ls, which lists files.
Okay.
I'll do a cd now, which is change directory to where my installer file is. So cd.
Okay.
Okay, we will need to root for full access, Tom. So I'll sudo to root. Okay. So now we will unpack the zipped installer file by issuing tar command. You can see the files it unpacked, Tom. We cd into directory it created. So cd space. And now let's type ls to see files it unpacked.
Okay.
There we go. All right. We first need to check the system to make sure that it was provisioned properly, Tom. So I'll run me first. So run me first is checking the environment to ensure it meets the minimum requirements of MVCM, Tom. It's gonna take a couple of seconds.
Okay.
Almost. Yes. Looks like the analysis finished, Tom. I see one warning, but no problems, so we can proceed with product installation, Tom.
Okay, so that looked clean for us, but I'm just curious, what are some of the more common problems you might see if errors did show up in this diagnostic?
Great question. So there are a couple of things that I suggest to check in advance, Tom. Not enough disk space happens occasionally. This is usually easy for the admin to add space to the VM. And the other one is we see out of date version of Java usually. So again, contact the person who provisioned the server to update the server with the later version of Java, Tom.
Okay, so our system is good. Are we ready to install?
Yes. To install, we simply run another shell script, Tom. I'll issue the command now. It's /install. So users read to the license agreement. At the end, I'm gonna accept the license agreement.
Okay.
So now that this is a fresh install, I'm gonna accept the default
Okay.
for everything. I'm gonna do Y for defaults here. And this will take a minute, Tom. You can see various services being established.
Okay, yeah, I see a lot of things being listed here. So this takes how long? A couple of minutes, you say?
Yes, a couple of minutes, Tom.
Okay. So maybe like what are some of the things I'm seeing installed, or I'm going to see installed here?
You're gonna see Tomcat being enabled. Oh, in just a second.
Okay.
So Tomcat is something that we use to serve the web page that is used for future configuring and administrating the product, Tom.
Okay, so that's the way that I'll be able to see inside the box, if you will, is through the web pages that Tomcat provides. Okay.
Exactly. Yep.
All
Just
right.
give it a minute.
Okay.
Looks like we're finished. Awesome. Now we simply reboot the system, Tom, from here.
Okay, so that's it? That's all the Linux I would need to know?
That's right.
Well, great. So now what happens?
So once the Linux system comes back up, we do all the configuration and administration of the product from a web page. In the interest of time, here is a web page of another MVCM server that I already have installed, Tom.
Okay, so I would now do all of my configuration from this page?
Yes.
Okay.
Configuration, rules, product keys, maintenance, PTFs, all managed from this web page.
Okay, so not being a Linux guru, I think I can handle this. It seems to me the entire install process is analogous to, say, on the mainframe, logging into ISPF, going to 3.4, finding a specific library, subbing a job from one of those members, looking at the output in SDSF, then subbing another job, and that's it.
Yes, absolutely. And that's a fair analogy, Tom.
Okay, well, thank you, Priya.
You're welcome, Tom. Also, keep in mind that everything that I showed you is, of course, available on our documentation, which will walk you through all the steps. We'll need to configure from the browser this instance of MVCM that we just installed. So we'll demonstrate those in later sessions, Tom.
Okay. Well, that concludes this session, and I want to thank Priya for lending her expertise. Feel free to leave comments, and if you like this session, hit the like button. And if you want to be notified of upcoming events, simply subscribe to this channel. Okay, we'll see you in the near future with more YouTube sessions featuring BMC's mainframe products. Thank you for joining us, and goodbye for now.
Thank you, Tom.